Hello. Hi all, welcome to EduTap. I hope that now my voice is audible to everybody, right? Once again, a warm welcome to all of you in the today's daily current affairs series session in which we cover the important general awareness and economic and social issues current affairs from exam point of view. And today we will be covering the most important articles of 11th to 12th of September 2025. So guys, please give me a thumbs up in the chat box if I am audible and visible to all of you. So thank you Guru Raj, Rahul, Akshit, Rover, Beneath, Harshal for giving me the confirmation that yes, now I am audible to everybody. So my dear friends, I hope आप सभी की preparations बहुत अच्छी चल रही है for the upcoming RBI Grade B officer exam. When it comes to these sessions, we cover the important current affairs and we just not cover it, but apart from that, we also make sure that you are going to retain it and revise it from the examination point of view. And that is the reason we conduct these sessions across the three important stages. The stage 1 is the revision of the previous session. Stage 2 is covering the current affairs of this date that we have mentioned. And the third stage is revising these current affairs by solving the MCQs, because practicing MCQs is very important for us to identify whether we are able to retain all the important information from exam point of view or not. Okay, now I hope that everybody has joined the session and we are good to go with the today's session. So my dear friends, that we all know that these sessions are really going to be very helpful for all of you, because the current affairs are really very important for your upcoming RBI Grade B officer exam, right? And before starting the session, these are the current affair initiatives that we are conducting for your comprehensive current affairs preparation. For government schemes, we are having a government scheme session where Gurkira sir picks one scheme and he basically cover each and every dimension and aspect of the scheme in a very beautiful and innovative manner, so that you guys are able to retain all the important information about that scheme from exam point of view. And we conduct these sessions every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 10:30 a.m. After that, we are having the Perspective 360 series session for the descriptive writing. So many students are having the pain point ki, sir, how to write a descriptive answer? What are the elements of the answer? What are the things we should take care of when we are answering the descriptive question? So for that, we are having Perspective 360 series session that we conduct every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 5 p.m. And as you all are preparing for the RBI Grade B officer exam, so we are having the Finance 360 series session for the coverage of finance current affairs and RBI notifications that is being conducted every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday at 10 a.m. And the last but not the least is your City 360 series session, in which we cover important general awareness and economic and social issues, which has been conducted every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday at 5 p.m. So guys, I believe that आप सभी यहाँ पर इस comprehensive current affair initiative का screenshot ले लीजिए to have a reference that okay, what is the schedule of your classes, so that you can always regularly follow them. Okay, so my dear friends, now moving ahead with the most important topics that we will be covering in the today's session. So here the one important topic is the India Rankings 2025, a very important ranking which is important for your upcoming exam point of view, because you all know that the last year of RBI was dominated by reports, and that is why this session is really very important for your upcoming examination. Apart from that, there are some other important topics which are only relevant for phase 1 of the examination, as they are moreover not related to the topics mentioned in your syllabus. But when it comes to the India Rankings 2025, it is important for your both phase 1 and phase 2 examination. Okay, now I believe that everybody of you is ready with the revision part. तो सबसे पहले हम रिवाइज करेंगे अपने पिछले सेशन के. सो दोस्तों, आपके कुछ फ्रेंड्स अगर उन्होंने इस सेशन को अभी तक ज्वाइन नहीं किया है तो मेक श्योर कीजिए आप उनको भी बुला लीजिए, बिकॉज लेट मी टेल यू हियर, दिस इज अ रियली हाई टाइम व्हेन वी हैव टू make sure that we are doing the preparation and parallelly we are doing the revision of the sessions also. Okay, तो शुरू करते हैं आज के revision session को. The first question here on the screen, that what is the ministry which has launched the beta version of Adi Sanskriti? Adi Sanskriti, which is a national conference on Adi Karmayogi Abhiyan. इस conference के दौरान इसको launch किया गया था. It is developed by the Ministry of Tribal Affairs along with the State Tribal Research Institute. You have to tell me the name of ministry which has launched the beta version of Adi Sanskriti. What is the right answer? So the right answer to this question is Ministry of Tribal Affairs. Absolutely right. So already आपकी screen पर इसका answer given है. That is Ministry of Tribal Affairs, जिसने इसको develop किया with State Tribal Research Institutes. ठीक है? Absolutely right. तो इसके अंदर हमने cover किया था कि there are 3 major components of Adi Sanskriti. Can anybody tell me that in the chat box? तो आपको ये 3 कंपोनेंट्स का नाम भी पता होना चाहिए फॉर द अपकमिंग एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. ओके, बढ़ते हैं नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन की तरफ। 48th एनुअल कॉन्फ्रेंस ऑन ओशंस लॉ एंड पॉलिसी, लेट मी टेल यू हियर 48th है दोस्तों। इन इट्स एंटायर 5 decades of the inception, for the very first time this conference has been conducted in our country, and it was conducted in New Delhi. New Delhi is the right answer. Next question. Voluntary hallmarking, unique identification based hallmarking for silver jewelry has been made voluntary, and this particular decision taken by the government will be implemented from which date? What is the implementation date for this particular rule? Please tell me here. So Bureau of Indian Standards इसको implement करेगा, but what is the date from which it will be implemented? The right answer is 1st of September 2025. From 1st September 2025 it has been implemented. Next question. Indian Council of Medical Research ने लाइसेंस किया 9 cutting edge technologies को to industry partners under its medical innovation initiative. What is the name of the initiative under which ICMR basically provides the license of its new innovation in the health infrastructure to its industrial partners? What is the name? The name is, what exactly is the name? Can anybody tell me that? It is Patent Mitra Initiative. It is Patent Mitra Initiative. Next question. India's first fully indigenous secure mobile communication platform. I am asking you about that platform which was recently used by the Indian Armed Forces during the Operation Sindoor, which was a retaliatory action that India took against Pakistan, right? So what is the name? The name is Sambhav. Sambhav is the right answer. Next question. Government of Dash in collaboration with the Skyroot Aerospace to set a space city in Tirupati. So Tirupati के अंदर एक space city बनाया जाएगा from where we will be launching the private satellites. What is the name of this particular government? It is Andhra Pradesh government. Next question. NDA candidate who has been recently elected as the Vice President of India, the 15th Vice President of India, he will be replacing Jagdeep Dhankar ji. What is the name of this person? The name of the person, he is someone who has basically already served as the governor of the various Indian states. What is the name? It's CP Radhakrishnan. Next question. What is the name of person who has recently resigned as the Japan's Prime Minister? तो जापान के प्राइम मिनिस्टर थे, he has recently resigned it. What exactly is the name of this person? Let's see who will give me the right answer. Bineet, Mayank, Akshat, Muskan, Akashdeep, Gururaj, Harshal. Everybody has given the right answer to this. That is Shigeru Ishiba. Absolutely right. Shigeru Ishiba is the right answer. Next. What is the name of person who recently defeated the world champion D. Gukesh at the Fight Grand Swiss? What is the name of this? The name of the person is Abhimanyu Mishra, an Indian origin US chess prodigy. Now please tell me the name of person who has been recently awarded the Camel International Award for his contribution and his leadership. What is the name of this person who has been given the Camel International Award? It's Muhammad Yunus. Next question. Please tell me the name of filmmaker who has become the first Indian to win the Best Director Award in the Horizonte section of 82nd Venice Film Festival. Let's see who will tell me the right answer here. Absolutely right to the previous question. It was Yunus Ahmed. अब इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर बताइए मुझे चैट बॉक्स के अंदर. What is the name of this filmmaker? It's Anuparna. Anuparna is the right answer. Absolutely right. Anuparna Roy. Absolutely right. So my dear friends, we are done with the revision, and I'm really glad to see all of you have given me the right answer to these questions. Now let's move ahead to the first topic of the today's session. That is a very important one. That is India Rankings 2025. So दोस्तों India Rankings 2025 को recently release किया गया by the Department of Higher Education under the Ministry of Education. तो इंडिया के अंदर हायर एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूशंस किस मुकाम पर है, कैसे काम करते हैं, तो उन सभी चीजों को अक्रॉस द डिफरेंट फैक्टर्स एनालाइज किया गया और साथ ही साथ सभी इंस्टीट्यूशंस को रैंक किया गया अक्रॉस द डिफरेंट पैरामीटर्स. फॉर एग्जांपल, देयर इज अ डिफरेंट ranking for the overall category. There is a category of universities, colleges, right? So across all these categories, we have identified the top performers in our nation. So अगर आपके कुछ फ्रेंड्स हैं जो कि अगले साल यहाँ पर किसी यूनिवर्सिटी के अंदर एडमिशन लेना चाहते हैं, तो वो उस रैंकिंग को जरूर देख सकते हैं दोस्तों, क्योंकि ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ द परफॉर्मेंस ओनली एंड अक्रॉस द अदर इंपॉर्टेंट पैरामीटर्स, दिस रैंकिंग इज बीइंग क्रिएटेड अंडर द नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशनल रैंकिंग फ्रेमवर्क. दिस वाज लॉन्च इन सितंबर 2015 बाय द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एजुकेशन और इसको 2025 एडिशन के अंदर भी इस्तेमाल किया गया है दोस्तों. And this was the 10th edition of this particular report of India Rankings 2025. Let me tell you here that previously we have seen that the question was being asked from the NIRF rankings. तो NIRF ranking के ऊपर RBI में पहले क्वेश्चन आ चुका है. That is why it becomes very important for you to make sure that you are covering this particular part. Okay? So moving ahead, अगर हम बात करें वो कौन कौन से पैरामीटर्स हैं जिनके बेसिस पर हमने रैंक किया, हमने असेस किया इन सभी इंस्टीट्यूशंस को, एंड देन रैंकिंग वाज बीन क्रिएटेड. सो द फर्स्ट पैरामीटर इज टीचिंग, लर्निंग एंड रिसोर्सेज. सो कैसी टीचिंग है वहां पर, हाउ एग्जैक्टली, व्हाट एग्जैक्टली यू आर गोइंग टू लर्न, व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ प्रैक्टिसेस व्हिच आर बीन यूज्ड देयर. इट इज हैविंग द वेटेज ऑफ 0.3 इन दिस पर्टिकुलर रैंकिंग. आफ्टर दैट, रिसर्च एंड प्रोफेशनल प्रैक्टिस, graduation outcome, what is the outcome of the graduation, whether you are basically getting the desired knowledge and the desired skill set which is basically demanded by the market right now. So all these things are very important to be covered, right? Then outreach and inclusivity and the perception, what exactly people think about that particular institution, what is the perception of the people. For example, if I take example of IIM Ahmedabad, तो सबके नाम में आएगा, सबकी दिमाग में आएगा IIM अहमदाबाद से, दैट इज रियली अ वेरी प्रीमियर इंस्टीट्यूशन. और उसके बाद जो वहां से MBA करता है, ही इज हैविंग अ सिक्योर फ्यूचर, राइट? सो इसी तरीके की चीजों को हम कहते हैं परसेप्शन. सो बेसिकली दीज आर द 5 पैरामीटर्स. सबसे पहले टीचिंग, लर्निंग एंड रिसोर्सेज, देन देयर इज रिसर्च एंड प्रोफेशनल प्रैक्टिस, ग्रेजुएशन आउटकम, outreach and inclusivity, and the 5th one is the perception. So all these are the 5 parameters which are being used in the India Rankings 2025 in order to assess the institutions and then rank them in their particular categories. अगर हम बात करते हैं दोस्तों India Rankings की, तो यहाँ पर 1 कैटेगरी और 3 सब्जेक्ट्स के साथ हमने इसको 2016 में लॉन्च किया था, और आज के टाइम पर आप देखेंगे there are 9 categories and 8 subject domains. So from 2016 to 2025 आप देख सकते हैं एक सब्जेक्ट 3 कैटेगरी से बढ़कर हम पहुंच गए हैं 9 कैटेगरीज और 8 सब्जेक्ट डोमेन्स के अंदर, राइट? So this is another important change which we have seen from the inception of this particular report released by Department of Higher Education under the Ministry of Education. Now we will be covering the important rankings across the different categories, and before that it is very important to see that what exactly are some other changes which has happened. For example, अगर हम बात रखें, so in line with the previous practices, 100 institutions are ranked in the overall universities, colleges, engineering, pharmacy and management categories. आप देख सकते हैं across the different subjects we are having the rankings in the India Rankings 2025. Additional rankings publish की जाती हैं in the structured rank bands and outlined below. तो यहाँ पर different categories आप देख सकते हैं, overall and universities, engineering and colleges, management and pharmacy, state public universities, innovation and sustainable development goals. Let me tell you guys, ये जो SDG इंस्टीट्यूशन वाला प्लेटफॉर्म है और जो पैरामीटर है, इसको पहली बार इंक्लूड किया गया इंडिया रैंकिंग्स के अंदर. दिस इज द चेंज दैट यू नीड टू रिमेंबर. पहली बार हमने सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल इंस्टीट्यूशन की, वो इंस्टीट्यूशन जो SDGs के ऊपर काम कर रहे हैं, सो बेसिकली उनको ऐड किया गया है इस पर्टिकुलर रिपोर्ट के अंदर. ओके, मूविंग अहेड, इंपॉर्टेंट रैंकिंग. सो अगर ओवरऑल कैटेगरी की बात करते हैं दोस्तों, सो IIT मद्रास इज ऑन द टॉप, फॉलोड बाय बेंगलुरु, IISc बेंगलुरु, IIT बॉम्बे, IIT दिल्ली एंड IIT कानपुर. ठीक है, so this is the most important ranking that you have to remember from exam point of view from this particular report. Overall category की ranking सबसे ज्यादा important है दोस्तों. IIT मद्रास is on the top, followed by IISc बेंगलुरु, then IIT बॉम्बे, IIT दिल्ली and IIT कानपुर. ठीक है, तो इसको कैसे याद रख सकते हैं आप? MBBDK. जस्ट इसको याद रखिए. यू विल बी एबल टू रिटेन ऑल द 5 टॉप रैंकर्स ऑफ द ओवरऑल कैटेगरी ऑफ इंडिया रैंकिंग्स, राइट? This is a very important part, my dear friends. We have to retain this information because in the previous years we have seen the questions being asked from this dimension of this particular report. अगर हम बात करते हैं IIT मद्रास की, तो इसने अपनी फर्स्ट पोजीशन को मेंटेन किया है ओवरऑल कैटेगरी फॉर 7 consecutive years. तो पिछले 7 साल से ओवरऑल कैटेगरी के अंदर और पिछले 10 साल से इंजीनियरिंग कैटेगरी के अंदर यहां पर टॉप किया है IIT मद्रास ने. So if I ask you that what are the name of the top 5 institutions in the overall category of India rankings, what will be your right answer? Please tell me in the chat box. What answer will you give me in the question? इस क्वेश्चन का क्या आंसर करेंगे आप, बताइए मुझे चैट बॉक्स के अंदर। The top 5 institutions in the overall category of India rankings. Absolutely right. It's MBBDK. That is IIT Madras, IIT Bengaluru, IIT Bombay, IIT Delhi, and IIT Kanpur. That is the right answer. Moving ahead, in terms of universities, IIT Bengaluru is on the top, followed by Jawaharlal Nehru University of New Delhi and Manipal Academy of Higher Education, Manipal on the third position. दोस्तों अगर बात करें हम बाकी की कैटेगरीज की, so here I will recommend you that आप सिर्फ टॉप परफॉर्मर को याद रखिए, like IIT Bengaluru is on the top in terms of universities. ठीक है, अगर हम बात करते हैं IIT Bengaluru की, तो for the 10th consecutive year इन्होंने अपनी पोजीशन को बरकरार रखा है, एंड अमंग द रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूशंस आल्सो लगातार 5 सालों से इट इज ऑन द टॉप. So IIT Bengaluru is on the top in terms of universities for last 10 years and 5 years for the research institutions. After that, we are having the next category of colleges where Hindu College of Delhi is on the top. So universities में IIT Bengaluru was in the top, and among the colleges it is Hindu College of Delhi is on the top, right? अगर हम बात करते हैं दोस्तों दिल्ली की, तो दिल्ली के कॉलेजेस डोमिनेट कर रहे हैं इस रैंकिंग के अंदर. आप देख सकते हैं कि टॉप 10 में से जो 6 कॉलेजेस हैं दे आर फ्रॉम दिल्ली ओनली. तो अगर हम बात करेंगे टॉप 10 रैंकिंग्स की इन द IRF रैंकिंग्स, तो इंडिया रैंकिंग फ्रेमवर्क, तो इसके अंदर टॉप 10 में से 6 जो हमारे कॉलेजेस हैं दे आर फ्रॉम दिल्ली ओनली, एंड ऑन द टॉप इट इज द हिंदू कॉलेज. नेक्स्ट पार्ट इज द ओपन यूनिवर्सिटीज. तो ओपन यूनिवर्सिटीज में एक ही नाम आता है दोस्तों, इग्नू, that is Indira Gandhi National Open University of New Delhi on the top position. Then in the skill universities we have a Symbiosis Skills and Professional University Pune, which is on the top position, and then the STG institutions. I told you that for the very first time this category has been added, and STG institutions के अंदर IIT Madras is on the top. So IIT Madras is on the first in the Sustainable Development Goals category, introduced for the first time this year. So for the very first time this category has been added, and here IIT Madras is on the top. IIT Madras is on the top in terms of the overall category and in terms of the SDG institutions category. That is a very important part you have to remember. Apart from that, when it comes to the skills, तो skills वाला जो institution है उसका नाम भी S से start होगा. Just remember that Symbiosis has got the skills. Symbiosis has got the skills, and Indira Gandhi National Open University is for the open universities. If we talk about the colleges, the Hindu College of Delhi was on the top, and when it comes to the universities, so basically it was IIT Bengaluru which is on the top, right? So हमने सारी important categories को यहाँ पर cover कर लिया है दोस्तों. I hope this is clear to everyone, और ये सभी को याद भी रहेगा. इसके बाद आता है इंजीनियरिंग के अंदर. इंजीनियरिंग के अंदर again IIT Madras is on the top. So IIT Madras is on the top in the 3 categories. Right, first one is overall category, second one is your SDG institutions, and the third one is in the engineering category. So we are done with all the important rankings. Now there are some other important part also that we need to retain from exam point of view, which includes IIM Ahmedabad ने first position retain की in the management subject, right? And AIMS New Delhi has hold the top position in the medical category for the 8th consecutive year. अगर हम बात करते हैं लॉ की, तो नेशनल लॉ स्कूल ऑफ इंडिया यूनिवर्सिटी बेंगलुरु ने रिटेन की है पहली पोजीशन. जादवपुर यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ कोलकाता टॉप द स्टेट पब्लिक यूनिवर्सिटीज कैटेगरी, एंड इंदिरा गांधी नेशनल ओपन यूनिवर्सिटी दिल्ली टॉप द ओपन यूनिवर्सिटीज कैटेगरी, विच वी हैव ऑलरेडी कवर्ड. ओके, सो दोस्तों यहाँ पर काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है, इनका नाम याद रखना. नाउ आई वुड बी आस्किंग यू all these names, and I want all of you to give me the right answer in the chat box. Okay, so the first one, please give me the top 5 performers in the overall category of India rankings 2025. Please tell me in the chat box quickly. Quickly give me the right answer. What is the right answer to this question? So the universities which are on the, so in the overall category, which are the top 5 institutions? It's IIT Madras, IIT Bengaluru, IIT Bombay, IIT Delhi, and IIT Kanpur. Right? This is in the overall category. This is in the overall category. In the universities category, which is on the top, it's IISc Bengaluru on the top. In the skills category, it was Symbiosis which is on the top. In terms of management, it's IIM Ahmedabad which is on the top. In terms of SDG category, it is IIT Madras which is on the top. ठीक है जी. In terms of engineering category, it is IIT Madras which is on the top. In terms of colleges, the Hindu college is on the top. The Hindu college of Delhi is on the top, right? In terms of the medical के केस में AIIMS Delhi is on the top. Has everybody given me the right answer in the chat box? Yes, I can see in the chat box everybody has given the right answer. Well done, my dear friends. That's what I want from all of you, that you are retaining these top performing parts, right? Now, can anybody tell me that this ranking is based on which framework? What is the name of the framework on the basis of which this ranking has been created? NIRF ranking. That is the NIRF framework. Absolutely right. Okay. So Harshal is saying related to the skill universities. So this is Symbiosis Skills and Professional University of Pune, which is on the rank 1. Okay Harshal, I hope your doubt is clear. बढ़ते हैं अपने नेक्स्ट पार्ट की तरफ. एब्सोल्युटली राइट, NIRF इज द राइट आंसर. अब बढ़ते हैं अपने नेक्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट न्यूज आर्टिकल पर, दैट इज द यूएस ओपन 2025. सो रिसेंटली यूएस ओपन टुक प्लेस at the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center in New York City, and it is very important for us because it is one of the very important Grand Slam event which has just taken place before the examination. So that's why it becomes very, very important. So now here guys, the Carlos Alcaraz is the winner. He claimed his second US Open title. The first was in 2022 और ये वापस से वर्ल्ड नंबर 1 रैंकिंग पर आ चुके हैं और ये इनका 6th ग्रैंड स्लैम टाइटल था. ओके, रनर अप कौन थे? Jannik Sinner. Jannik Sinner is the right answer. Guys, recently we have covered in the Cincinnati Open also Carlos Alcaraz won the match, right? But when it comes to the Wimbledon, तो recently Wimbledon भी हुआ था दोस्तों, right? Can anybody tell me who was the winner in the Wimbledon? I told you that in the Wimbledon, the winner was Sinner, as Carr lost the match, right? So Carlos was the runner-up there and Jannik Sinner was the winner in the Wimbledon, right? And in the US Open title, we have seen that the Carlos Alcaraz is the winner and Jannik Sinner is the runner-up. So that's something that we should remember from examination point of view, okay? Moving to the women's singles part, the winner is Aryna Sabalenka of Belarus, right? This is the important part that we need to retain here, okay? So this is the first woman since Serena Williams to win the back-to-back US Open singles title. So the winner is Aryna Sabalenka in the women's singles title. And in the men's singles title, it was Carlos Alcaraz. And the runner-up was Jannik Sinner. Moving to the next news article is 10th Ayurveda Day. So guys, we all know that recently Government of India announced that we will be celebrating the Ayurveda Day from now onwards every year on 23rd of September. Earlier, since 2016, we were celebrating the day on the occasion of Dhanteras, which is a festival in our country, right? But now they have decided to fix a date on the calendar and they have decided that 23rd September will be celebrated as the 10th Ayurveda Day. And this year, the venue for this particular part will be All India Institute of Ayurveda, Goa, and the theme for this year will be Ayurveda for People and Planet. Dosto, theme. And the second part is that date is very important. So the date is 23rd September and the theme is Ayurveda for People and Planet. That's the right answer. Now the next news article is on the Fast Track Immigration Trusted Traveler Program. So dosto, this is an initiative which has been launched by Ministry of Home Affairs. The objective is very simple, that we want to accelerate the immigration process. तो जो हमारे इंडियन सिटीजन्स हैं और ओवरसीज सिटीजन ऑफ इंडिया कार्ड होल्डर्स हैं, उनको सिलेक्टेड एयरपोर्ट्स पर और ज्यादा कन्वीनियंस और नेशनल सिक्योरिटी प्रोवाइड करने के लिए उनका इमिग्रेशन प्रोसेस और फास्ट किया जाएगा विद द हेल्प ऑफ फास्ट ट्रैक इमिग्रेशन. जैसा आप देख सकते हैं, व्हाट द नेम सजेस्ट, फास्ट ट्रैक इमिग्रेशन. दैट मींस इमिग्रेशन को जल्दी जल्दी किया जाएगा, राइट? सो दैट मींस वी आर फास्टनिंग द इमिग्रेशन प्रोसेस. किसका? इंडियन सिटीजन्स का और ओवरसीज सिटीजन्स ऑफ इंडिया का. And this will be at the selected airport so that we can provide the more convenience and security. So recently extended to 5 additional airports. So 5 additional airports को क्या नाम है जहां पर इसे extend किया गया है? It includes Lucknow, Thiruvananthapuram, Tiruchirappalli, and Kozhikode and Amritsar. So these are the 5 airports where we have added them. सबसे पहले इसको 2024 के अंदर इंदिरा गांधी इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट ऑफ दिल्ली पर लॉन्च किया गया था और अब इसको एक्सटेंड किया गया है. ओके, सो फॉलोइंग द इनिशियल लॉन्च इट वाज एक्सटेंडेड टू 7 एडिशनल एयरपोर्ट्स. देखिए दोस्तों, ये 7 एयरपोर्ट्स का नाम याद रखना इतना इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है, बट हाँ, आपकी इंफॉर्मेशन के लिए आई हैव प्रोवाइडेड यू दिस पार्ट, बट लेट मी टेल यू हियर इट इज नॉट इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यू टू रिटेन ऑल दीज नेम्स. ओके, जस्ट रिमेंबर that it is an initiative of Ministry of Home Affairs. What is its full form? किसके लिए इसको लॉन्च किया गया, कब लॉन्च किया गया, कौन से एयरपोर्ट से लॉन्च किया गया, राइट? इसके अलावा हमारा एम है कि हम इसे 21 मेजर एयरपोर्ट, जो इंडिया के 21 मेजर एयरपोर्ट्स हैं उस पर एक्सटेंड करने वाले हैं. सो इन द फेज्ड मैनर वी आर डूइंग दिस. The program utilizes biometric verification and boarding pass scanning, provides seamless immigration by allowing pre-verified travelers to complete the process in just 30 seconds through e-gates. So दोस्तों क्या है? So basically when it comes to this program, what exactly we are doing? So overseas citizens of India and the Indian citizens, तो उनका immigration process और ज़्यादा fast हो, तो इसीलिए हमने इस program को launch किया. और इसके अंदर हम क्या कर रहे हैं कि उनका immigration process जल्दी होगा, उसके लिए within 30 seconds हम उनके सारे documents को scan कर देंगे. और हमारा target है that we want to extend it to 21 major airports of our country. Initially इसको start किया गया था 2024 के अंदर from Indira Gandhi International Airport of Delhi, right? And now after that it was extended to 7 airports, then it was further extended to 5 airports now. So this is something that we need to retain from exam point of view. Okay, next news article is on INS Aravali. It has been commissioned recently in Gurugram. It is a new hub for command control and maritime domain awareness operations for our nation, and the motto of this particular INS is maritime security through collaboration. So maritime security through collaboration is the motto of this particular INS. So it is a new hub which has been recently commissioned in Gurugram. So what is the name of the place? What is the name of the place where it has been commissioned? Please tell me in the chat box. So it is Gurugram. Gurugram is the right answer. Next question is, next news article is on the 4th Coast Guard Global Summit, which recently took place in Rome, Italy, and it was co-chaired by Italy and Japan. India announced its bid to host the 5th CGGS in 2027 and seek the presidency of the summit. सबसे पहली बार 2017 में हुई थी जब जापान कोस्ट गार्ड और निपन फाउंडेशन ने इसको कन्वीन किया था. ओके, सो इट वाज हेल्ड इन, व्हेन इट कम्स टू द 4th Coast Guard Global Summit, it was held in Italy, Rome. Okay, when it comes to India, so India is going to host 5th CGGS. तो इंडिया ने बिड किया इसके लिए, एंड अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट अगली जो प्रेसिडेंसी होगी समिट की उसके लिए भी इंडिया ने इसके लिए बिड किया है. ओके, तो दोस्तों अगर हम बात करें रोम इटली की, can anybody tell me the name of that particular organization which is related to the food, which is headquartered in Rome, Italy, and it was established in 1945. Can anybody tell me that? In 1945, Food and Agriculture Organization was been established and it is headquartered in Rome, Italy. Okay, when it comes to Japan, so my dear friends, Japan के recently Prime Minister ने resign किया. What is the name of the person? Shigeru Ishiba. Shigeru Ishiba is the right answer. So we are just connecting the dots. We are just connecting the some other previous articles with these articles so that you can retain it from exam point of view. Absolutely right, Chetak, Selugu, Muskan, Mayank, Harshal, you have given the right answer. बढ़ते हैं next news article पर. So as we just discussed about the new, the stepping down of the Prime Minister of Japan, let me tell you here that we all know about the Nepal crisis taking place. So Nepal's first woman Prime Minister has been recently appointed. The name of the person is Sushila Karki. Sushila Karki has been appointed as Nepal 42nd Prime Minister. She was also the first woman Chief Justice of Nepal. और ये इस interim government को head करेगी और ये replace करेंगी KP Sharma Oli जी को. So KP Sharma Oli was earlier serving as the Prime Minister of Nepal, and now she will be replacing him as the 42nd Prime Minister of Nepal. The name is Sushila Karki. Okay, so Gen Zs basically protest कर रहे हैं और उसकी वजह से ही ये recent appointment हुआ है in the Nepal. ठीक है, I hope this is clear. So Naveen, I am already telling you all the important details that you are required to retain, and I am already highlighting all those parts so that you can retain them from exam point of view. Okay, so जो highlighted parts हैं and the ones that I am asking you again and again, these are the most important things that you need to retain. Okay, बढ़ते हैं next part की तरफ. India's first regional rapid transport system, regional rapid transit system has been launched, and the name of it is Namo Bharat. This is India's fastest semi-high speed RRTS train connecting Delhi and Meerut. तो Delhi और मेरठ को under an hour you will be able to cover with the help of this RRTS, जिसको recently launch किया गया, तो 160 km per hour की speed तक जा सकती है. When it comes to the development of this RRTS, it has been designed by the French company जिसका नाम है Alstom. ठीक है, और इसको मैन्युफैक्चर किया गया है सावली गुजरात के अंदर, अलाइनिंग विद मेक इन इंडिया इनिशिएटिव. इट इज ओन्ड बाय द एनसीआरटीसी, दैट इज नेशनल कैपिटल रीजन ट्रांसपोर्ट कॉर्पोरेशन. तो नेशनल कैपिटल रीजन ट्रांसपोर्ट कॉर्पोरेशन इसको ओन करता है. व्हेन इट कम्स टू द कंपनी व्हिच हैज क्रिएटेड दिस, व्हिच हैज डिजाइन्ड दिस, it has been designed by French company Alstom. When it comes to the name of place where it has been manufactured, it is manufactured in Savli, Gujarat. And what is its name? Namo Bharat. Namo Bharat is the right answer. So please give me in the chat box what is the name of India's first RRTS, which will be connecting Delhi and Meerut, and you will be able to travel under an hour through that particular distance, and it can go up to a maximum speed of 160 kilometers per hour. So what is the right answer? What is the right answer to this question? The answer is Namo Bharat. Namo Bharat is the right answer. Next news article is on the PV Narasimha Rao Memorial Award, which has been recently awarded to Dr. Manmohan Singh, our former Prime Minister of our country. So it was awarded by PV Narasimha Rao Memorial Foundation. He has been awarded for his contribution to India's economic transformation and nation building. तो हमारे कंट्री के इकोनॉमिक ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन और नेशन बिल्डिंग के लिए इनको ये अवार्ड दिया गया है. The name of the person is former Prime Minister of India, Manmohan Singh ji, okay, who has been given PV Narasimha Rao Memorial Award for Economics. So that's all from this news article, guys, and we are done with all the important articles of the today's session. Now, before moving ahead, guys, let me tell you here that this is not the end of the session. This is the beginning, because just covering the current affair articles is not at all important. You are also required to make sure that you are practicing solving MCQs. But before starting with the MCQs, I would like to ask you a very important part. Can anybody tell me the name of the new Prime Minister of Nepal? Please tell me in the chat box, what is the new Prime Minister of Nepal? First, I will be asking you some question, and then only I will be moving ahead for the MCQs practice, right? So before that, please tell me what is the new name? New Prime Minister of Nepal, that is Sushila Karki. Sushila Karki is the right answer. That is new Nepal Prime Minister. She will be replacing KP Sharma Oli, right? Apart from that, please tell me the winner of US Open. US Open के women singles title किसने जीता है? Who is the winner? That is Aryna Sabalenka. And if I ask you the US Open men's singles title, who was the winner? That is Carlos Alcaraz, who defeated which person? Yannick Sinner. Yannick Sinner is the right answer, who is the runner-up, and Carlos Alcaraz is the winner. Okay? I hope this is clear. And if I ask you about the India's first high-speed RRTS, which can go up to a speed of 160 km per hour, what is its name? Its name is Namo Bharat. Are you guys able to retain all these aspects from examination point of view? Please tell me here. Okay, I'm really glad to see that you are giving me the answers in the chat box. Now let's move ahead to the MCQs, for which you are waiting for. And the first question for all of you. Who is the recipient of PV Narasimha Rao Award, recently been given for coming up with his contribution for the nation building and economic transformation of our nation? What is the name of the person? And that is Manmohan Singh ji. Dr. Manmohan Singh ji. Option B is the right answer. Next question. Consider the following statements regarding the US Open 2025 and identify the correct statements. तो करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट्स हमें आइडेंटिफाई करनी है दोस्तों. यहां से आपको दिए गए हैं 3 स्टेटमेंट. सबसे पहला स्टेटमेंट, कार्लोस एल्कराज वन हिज सेकंड यूएस ओपन टाइटल इन 2025 और इस सेकंड यंगेस्ट मैन बन गए हैं इन प्रोफेशनल एरा टू विन 6 ग्रैंड स्लैम टाइटल्स. सेकंड स्टेटमेंट, अरायना सबलेंका वन हर थर्ड कॉन्सेक्यूटिव यूएस ओपन टाइटल इन 2025 और ये पहले वुमेन है सिंस सेरेना विलियम्स टू अचीव दिस फीट. थर्ड स्टेटमेंट, कार्लोस एल्कराज इन द 2025 यूएस ओपन हेल्प्ड रिटर्न to the world #1 ranking, displacing Yannick Sinner. So which of the following statements are correct here? Let me see who will give me the right answer. So people are saying to this question, the right answer is option A, that is 1 and 3. So guys, please tell me here what is the incorrect part. What is incorrect in the statement number 2? Yes, absolutely right. Statement 1 is correct. Carlos Alcaraz ने जीता है ये and he became the second youngest in the professional era to win 6 Grand Slam titles. अब आपको बताना है what is the incorrect part in the statement number 2. Absolutely right. It's second consecutive US Open title and not the third one. That's why second statement is incorrect. Right answer is option A. That is 1 and 3 only. Absolutely right. Moving to the next question. 10th Ayurveda Day will be celebrated on which date? For the first time with a theme. So theme क्या होगी and what exactly is the date? So please tell me in the chat box what is the date when we will be celebrating. It's 23rd September 2025. And what is the theme? The theme for this year is Ayurveda for people and planet. That is option A. Option A is the right answer to this question number 3. Now I am having a homework question for all of you. My dear future officers, we are having a homework question. On the India Rankings 2025, you need to identify the correct statements here. Okay? तो आपको 3 statements दी गई हैं. आपको identify करना है कि कौन सा option यहाँ पर correct है. So we need to identify correct statements. What I want from all of you, just go back to this particular session, revise it, revise all the important rankings, come back and then give me the answer in the comment section. And then you will be the next star performer of our today's session. अगर हम बात करते हैं last session की, तो last session में the question was on the Adi Sanskriti launched by Ministry of Tribal Affairs. The right answer was option E, that is none of the above, as all the statements which were mentioned here are correct here. तो सभी statements correct थे. That's why right answer is option E. And here you can see a long list of star performers which includes ZDT, Vishwajit, Pranathi, Ashish, Gautam, Gururaj, Harish, Rakshit, Akashdeep, Abhinav, Rakshit, Shreyansh, Joy, Arnav, Priya, Mani and Devasmita. So guys, I'm really glad to see your names here. If you also want your name to be mentioned in the next session, please make sure that you are giving me the answer to this question in the chat box correctly, right? So दोस्तों देखिए, गलत होगा ठीक होगा, it doesn't matter. The matter is your intent to solve the equation, your intent to revise the session, your intent to retain all the important aspects, and your intent to be the next RBI Grade B officer this year. So only the intent is the one thing जिसके ऊपर हमें focus करना है, right? कि हमारा intent क्या है? Okay, I hope this is clear. So I will be waiting for your responses in the chat box. And now if you are also basically planning to come in the next session in the of the part, so दोस्तों उसके लिए आपको एक चीज को इंश्योर करना है कि आप प्रॉपर रिवीजन के साथ आए अगले सेशन के अंदर, so that we can cover and we can see कि आपने सब कुछ रिटेन किया है या नहीं, क्योंकि अगले सेशन पर आने से पहले ये बहुत जरूरी है कि आज जो सेशन कवर किया है उसको हम अच्छे से उसके सारे इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट्स और डायमेंशंस को अच्छे से हम कवर करें. ओके, सो दैट्स ऑल फ्रॉम द टुडेज सेशन. अगर आपको पीडीएफ चाहिए तो उसको पीडीएफ आपको मिलेगा टेलीग्राम चैनल के ऊपर, जिसका लिंक नीचे डिस्क्रिप्शन में दिया गया है. सो दैट्स ऑल फ्रॉम द टुडेज सेशन. नाउ इफ यू आर हैविंग एनी क्वेरीज, प्लीज फील फ्री टू आस्क इन द चैट बॉक्स सो दैट आई कैन रिजॉल्व योर क्वेरीज. और दोस्तों अगर किसी को apart from the topic कोई और query है, do not worry about it. You can share your queries at hello@edutap.co.in. You can call us at 814-620-7241. So Naveen, let me tell you here that we are trying to cover here the most important news articles possibly which we can cover in the sessions, and we are trying our best that we are covering almost all the PIB articles which can be asked in the upcoming examination, right? So do not worry about it. तो PIB को तो हम at least यहाँ पर सब अच्छे से cover कर रहे हैं. But when it comes to the different other sources also we are picking up, like the Hindu, Live Mint, Economic Times, right? So that's how these sessions are comprehensive in the nature, and you can definitely bank upon these sessions. So I hope that this is clear, guys, and I see that there are no more queries in the chat box. So that's all from the today's session, and I will be meeting you in the next session. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy. Wish you all